If you could only hold 5 altcoins for this bull cycle, what would they be? That is the question we're answering in today's video, guys. As always, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gordon Frayne. It's great to be here once again. If you enjoy the content, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button below, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to get notified about similar videos, smash that bell notification icon, and don't forget to grab your free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin. There's a PDF copy linked down below in the description. Grab it while it's free. It is my gift to you, and let's get into the video. So, before we jump into our first token pick, it's always worth remembering that, we need to be strategic as investors in order to make as much money as possible. That is our goal as an investor, and sometimes that means portfolio consolidation. So that's the reason we're talking about only 5 different tokens that we are allowed to hold as part of a portfolio for this bull cycle. If I could hold only 5, what would those 5 be? Let's take a look. What are the top picks? And let's get into the video. So first and foremost, Solana. It is such a solid cryptocurrency blockchain that's been scaling for the past couple of years. We're seeing huge amounts of movement, not just in terms of Solana's price, but also how Solana has captured, significant market share in the decentralized finance space. We're seeing, different DeFi protocols, we're seeing DEXs, and Solana is continuing to eat into Ethereum's market share of the overall DeFi TVL space. So Solana is growing from a DeFi perspective. It's growing from a daily active addresses standpoint. It's growing from a daily active users, from a fees standpoint, from a revenue standpoint. So there's huge amounts of growth happening on Solana over the past 1 year time frame. Solana is up 697%, basically up 700% in the last 365 days. And again, if I'm investing in something other than Bitcoin, it is for the sole reason that I believe it has the potential to outperform Bitcoin on a percentage basis over the next 12 to 15 months, for example. So in this case, Solana has significantly outperformed Bitcoin. Bitcoin itself is up about 140, 150% year over year for 365 days. Solana is up significantly more. And for that reason, Solana would be such a solid pick as one of the top 5 altcoins that I would want to hold in my bag. We've done multiple other videos on the channel, guys, about Solana specifically, about Solana versus Ethereum, Solana versus, other chains like ICP, but we've also done price predictions. So you can check out the videos for the price predictions, where we think the price of Solana is going. I think it can definitely get to $500 to $600 as a base case for the bull cycle that we are currently moving through. And for that reason, it's always going to be a super solid pillar in my portfolio. Next up, we have Kaspa. Again, we've made plenty of videos about Kaspa on the channel, guys. You can check out the other deep dives we've done on Kaspa tech specifically. We've talked about Kaspa mining specifically, and we've done price predictions for Kaspa on the channel as well. You can check out all of those videos. We're currently sitting at a price of 17 cents here at the end of September, beginning of October 2024. And we did peak all the way here up at the 20 cents level right at the very end of July. So we're sitting very close to all-time high levels here. And again, over the past 1 year time frame, Kaspa is up 255%, considerably outperforming Bitcoin over the same time period. And if we zoom out, just look at this chart. It's very, very healthy. It's very much up and to the right. Huge amounts of strong support here in terms of the trend that we have going from, prices of 1 cent here in March of 2023 upwards of 17 cents here today. So lots of very healthy price action with regards to the Kaspa chart. As we've mentioned in other videos, Kaspa is the only other altcoin outside of Bitcoin that follows a power law, a very interesting phenomena that Bitcoin follows. Kaspa actually has a better fit to the power law than Bitcoin does. Yes, it's based on less historical data and less historical price action, but if it continues to follow the power law trend, I think by something like 2028, 2029, you would be looking at about a $39 or $40 Kaspa. So lots of interesting stuff happening. We've done price predictions for Kaspa on the channel. Check out those other videos if you want more detailed information on what Kaspa is, its block DAG structure, how it's scaling up with the new Crescendo update. It's going to be going to 10 transactions 10 blocks per second, and even scaling beyond that in the future again. So lots of exciting stuff happening on Kaspa as a layer 1 blockchain solution, as a competitor to Ethereum, Solana, and the other layer 1s on the market. And you can check out the other videos to see just what has been going on within Kaspa's ecosystem. The next token we're looking at is another layer 1 pick, and it is Sui. Sui has been an excellent performer over the past year as well. We can see it's up 265% in the last 365 days. And once again, guys, we've done plenty of content and videos about Sui on the channel. You can check out that content. I will leave links at the top of the screen here. We've done price predictions for Sui. We've looked at Sui in detail, looked at their team, giving a breakdown of everything that they're doing. But in short, Sui is also a layer 1 blockchain. It is a competitive blockchain to the likes of Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Solana. And, you know, Sui is even further along in its development, I would say, than Kaspa, because we've got a whole number of different protocols, DEXs, and lots of stuff that has already been built out within the Sui ecosystem. You know, even from a decentralized finance standpoint, you've got DEXs like Turbos and Cetus. You've got other lending borrowing protocols like Navi Protocol and Sui Lend. There's a whole ecosystem and lots of exciting stuff going on within Sui. You can do staking, you can do liquidity provision. There's lots of opportunities to provide liquidity on DEXs like Turbos for trading pairs like Sui and USDC, earning very, very good yields, upwards of 100-200% per year on the type of yields you can do from liquidity provision on Sui decentralized finance protocols. So the ecosystem, has been built out extremely well. They've got a lot of backers from venture capital, and it was actually the team from Meta, or some of the team from Facebook and Meta, who were involved in building the Libra cryptocurrency when Facebook was trying to do that a few years ago, who splintered off basically and began to create Sui as a layer 1 scalable blockchain solution. So lots of exciting stuff going on with Sui. There is a number of unlocks happening over the course of the next year. We can see it's about 27% of tokens currently in circulation. The next unlock is happening on October 1st. And yes, there will be more tokens entering circulation, but we saw this with Solana in the last cycle. Even though there was tokens entering circulation, there was still enough buying pressure to push the price way, way higher. And a lot of people are drawing comparisons between Sui this cycle and Solana last cycle. All that being said, Sui has gone from a price of 76 cents on the 1st of September to $1.72 as recently as just a couple days ago. We're currently sitting at $1.64, but this massive run for Sui in the past 30 days, going from below 76 cents up to $1.64, some crazy price increases. It would have been great to have been holding Sui much before this and dollar cost averaging in as the prices went down. We did get up all the way above $2 here back in March, and I think it'll be very, very soon again by the time we begin to retest those all-time highs and go even higher. Sui is the third pick, and it is another very, very solid option for your top 5 portfolio. Next up, we've got Bittensor Tau. Bittensor Tau has been on a tear as well. Over the past couple of weeks, we've seen it go from about $230 on the 6th of September to over $532. We even got as high as $552 here on September 25th in the space of 3 weeks, going from 230 to 550, a huge increase in prices. So, Tau is making a big move. And if you're not familiar with Bittensor Tau, it is an artificial intelligence token. They have, built out these subnets that basically are almost like individual different use cases for applying artificial intelligence solutions. And those subnets compete and earn Tau rewards as a result of getting more users and more customers interacting with their subnets. It's a very interesting structure. I'm continuing to learn more all about Bittensor Tau, but it's there's no way to deny the price action has been pretty extreme over the past few months. Back in March, we did get up as high as $730 for the price of Tau. We can see it's up 849% from this time last year. Some huge gains happening in the past 365 days, significantly outperforming Bitcoin, as we know. And this artificial intelligence narrative, guys, is still holding very, very strong. It was one of the first narratives to really pump after we got the rate cut announcements last week on September 18th. We saw this, basically in the very short aftermath of the announcement of the rate cuts, this parabolic move to the upside with Bittensor and some of the other AI tokens. So we've got the largest companies in the world, Apple, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Meta, that are all competing for this artificial intelligence revolution, and tokens and projects like Bittensor are going to continue riding on the coattails of the AI narrative. It's not just a crypto specific narrative, it is a narrative that the biggest companies on the entire planet are chasing after and competing for. So Bittensor, I'm very bullish on artificial intelligence and the moves that we're going to be seeing made here over the course of the next 12 to 14 months. And last but definitely not least, the fifth token I would be looking at keeping a very strong eye on will be Aerodrome. Aerodrome has performed exceptionally well over the past 1 year time frame. Again, we can see it is up over 1,179% in the past 365 days. Once again, we saw a big run up for render in the past 2 to 3 weeks. It went from prices here at 52 cents, guys, 51 cents on the 7th of September to over $1.20. We got up as high as $1.26 here just 2 or 3 days ago, and we're currently sitting at $1.17. So Aero has had a big run up. If you're not already familiar with Aerodrome Finance, it is the leading decentralized exchange on the Base network. The Base network is a layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum, incubated by Coinbase, the same centralized exchange that we all know and love in the United States. Aerodrome is the leading DEX on the Base network. Base does not have a native token for itself, and therefore a lot of the liquidity that comes into the Base network is going to flow into Aerodrome. You can do liquidity provision, you can be earning fees, you can do VE Aero voting, you can do lots of amazing stuff with the Aerodrome Finance protocol. But given the fact that there is no native Base token, the Aerodrome and the Aero token is going to benefit from more liquidity and more capital flowing into Ethereum, flowing into Base. As a result, that downstream effect is, ultimately people who want to speculate on the Base network and its future potential are going to be using Aero and the Aero token as a proxy to gain exposure to the upside for Base as it continues to grow. So all of the downstream effect is, very, very bullish for Aero in my opinion. Lots of exciting stuff happening on Base. It's much cheaper, much more cost effective and more time efficient to transact on Base. And, we've seen the TVL increase vastly throughout the course of 2024 on Base and on Aerodrome. And I think that continues for the next 12 to 15 months. Aerodrome are doing lots of exciting stuff. So keeping an eye on this one, we're at $1.18. I think, going to $5, $6 and beyond, by the time we get into the real peaks of the bull cycle is very much on the cards for a token like Aero. And I'll be keeping an eye on it as a result of all of that. So they are my top 5 picks for the tokens that I would be holding as part of my bull run portfolio over the course of the next 12 months. If I could only pick 5, I would be looking at the 5 tokens that we just discussed. Let us know in the comments below, are you bullish on these 5 tokens? If you could only pick 5 tokens, which 5 would you be holding? Let us know, drop us a comment, smash the thumbs up button, guys. It's super helpful for the algorithm. It's really, really helpful. We're trying to grow the channel, trying to spread the good word. We would really appreciate if you smashed that thumbs up button on your way out the door and hit that bell notification icon if you want to get notified about similar videos. And once again, don't forget to grab your free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin. It's linked below in the description. Grab it while it's free, and we'll catch you in the next one.